Hello, welcome back to the Gay Racing Podcast. It is Zack and Alex back with you. And today on the episode, we got a lot to talk about because we had a race at Las Vegas. Kyle Larson dominated. We're going to talk about him. We're going to kind of get the vibe check, Alex, for what happened at Vegas, where the teams are. I have something kind of interesting to say about that. And the tea featuring some big news about Dale Jr. that you've probably already heard. And then, of course, Alex, what's back this weekend?
IndyCar is back.
Oh my gosh.
So excited.
So we're going to talk. We've been saving our IndyCar Tea, and we're finally going to serve some out. I've got some spicy stuff to say about David Malukas. So we're there it is. So Las Vegas. The first real race of the year. The first real race of the year. The season starts right here. The season has started, and it has started with the best driver in NASCAR winning. Seems fitting to me.
But Zach, Kyle Larson didn't win the championship last year. What do you mean?
He got really close. Yes, I wish he would. You know what? Hey, listen, you're right. Ryan Blaney, champion last year, and he had to beat the best driver to do it, which made it even more deserving.
Yep. Yes.
Women shouldn't tear each other down. Alex, come on. Or gays shouldn't tear each other down. We got to build each other up. But
we need to empower each other.
We do need to empower each other. But man, Kyle Larson, the 5 team, the whole race felt. Well, I'll get to that in a minute when we talk about Reddick and Blaney. But I'm not surprised. I mean, he ran a perfect race. The 5 team, Cliff Dan, everyone. The pit crew did not mess up, as always. They're very good. We saw at Phoenix how good they are. They ran a perfect race. Larson, I don't even think he touched the wall once, which is impressive. He held off Reddick, who was, very good. Reddick's very good at this type of track where you can run the high side. Yeah, I mean, there's almost nothing much to say. The only thing I have to talk about is I was making a little victory lap on Twitter, a little stirring some stuff up, but I mean,
you got people mad over on Twitter, that's not too hard to do.
I was getting people so mad because listen, if you're mad, I'm gonna tell you right now, get used to it, because this is not the last time Larson is winning. This year, this month, dude, this is the year, man.
Like you and I, both of us predicted Kyle Larson to win the championship this year.
Oh yeah,
and because it's gonna happen. Vegas itself, we both initially picked Larson to win Vegas.
Yeah, we would have been right.
The vibes are there for Kyle Larson this year.
I think things are just
going
going
the Indy 500. Everything's just going Kyle Larson's way this year, and I would be not shocked if he has another 2021 season.
Oh yeah,
I really would not be shocked.
I mean, Hendrick has showed with William Byron last year. They have this figured out, especially now. All the talk after Vegas is, Chevy has had this car and they've been able to just perfect it, where Toyota and Ford are going to have to figure stuff out. They still did show speed. I mean, Tyler Reddick was not that far away from passing Larson, right? Still, it's to be said that 5 team has it figured out. They are the example of greatness. They are the best team in the sport. I don't know who else you could say above that. I mean, Ryan Blaney just won the championship with a very impressive feat. He was still fast this week, but that 5 car, Hendrick Motorsports, I don't know how you name anyone better than them right now. It's just,
yeah.
I mean, and that's not recency bias either. It's not recency bias.
I don't have a response really, because that's really the truth. He's just consistently so good. He had a lot of bad luck last year that made him look like he didn't have consistency.
Yeah.
But he really just has been, since he's gotten into that 5 car, the best all-around driver in the Cup Series.
Last year was weird because it was, Denny Hamlin happened in 2 races, and then bad luck with cautions and stuff. He lost Las Vegas last year because of an untimely caution and an overtime restart, right? So, I mean, he would have had a lot more wins last year if things go a little bit differently, but that's not really that important. The 5 team, I mean, I get Cliff Daniels, as you guys saw on Twitter. I was having a great 24 hours on Twitter. Cliff Daniels is he's the new Chad Knaus.
Yep.
I mean,
like, I don't know if I put him on Chad Knaus level, but like he's currently the best crew chief in the series.
Remember when we had Cassie Fambro, and the episode title I just looked is called "Is Kyle Larson the next Jimmy Johnson?" Sorry, I am meat writing right now. I'm so meat writing right now. But my point is though, like there are not a lot of drivers who have performances like Larson at Vegas, and I'm not going to talk about him for too much longer because I know it's probably annoying. Y'all are probably ready to switch, go somewhere else.
Yeah,
but
no, like Kyle Larson, man, like he's the real deal, and if you don't like it, like you're gonna not enjoy the next couple years of Cup. You probably haven't liked the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Like that's just Kyle Larson, man. Like he's not outright dominating like Verstappen is in F1, sure, but like
Reddick
he's going to win a lot of races.
Reddick was
he's a great driver, and Tyler Reddick.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a transition over Tyler Reddick. Nearly caught him, and it was a lot of fun. It was a fun finish. Like, yeah,
we
had a dominant race, but we still had a very fun conclusion to this race with Tyler Reddick closing in on Larson. I thought Reddick was actually going to get there, but Kyle Larson did a masterful job.
Well,
holding him back and changing his lanes, keeping Reddick from having to guess which lane would be best.
It's funny because the five team's weakness is either Larson making like a mistake in the car, like hitting the wall or something, which he's gotten a lot better about, or the weakness of Hendrick is they have good short run speed, but the long run speed other teams seem to do a little bit better, and the 45 team was showing that yesterday. But where the 5 team does not miss is on pit road. The 45 team, however, and 2311 in general, and I was just listening to Actions Detrimental on the way home. Denny was talking about kind of why 2311 is going through struggles. Alex, did you listen to it?
I have not, no.
Well, it's because all of the good pit crew guys are already on, whatever teams under contracts, like Hendrick, JGR, Penske, whatever. And when they had the JGR pit crews, they were only getting like 5th or 6th best, servings. So they had to hire all these young guys who are inexperienced, and it's progress. They're making progress, but they're gonna, as we've seen, they're still making mistakes. And as Tyler Reddick says, same stuff, different year, though with a little potty word in there. How dare you, Tyler?
Who would use language like that?
Dude, this is why kids don't want to. How can my kids watch NASCAR? My kids can't watch this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, your children, they already can't watch NASCAR because of William Byron a few years ago.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. And Bubba, what even happened to Bubba? I was kind of zoning out when Bubba had his lug nut issue. Was that it? A lug nut?
Yeah. So the tire wouldn't come off car.
Holy Valtteri Bottas.
Come off. We also saw this with Eric Jones at Kansas either last year or the year before. I don't know exactly what caused that.
Did they think about
just a rough day on pit road?
Well, they should have just tried to did they try pulling it off?
Oh, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did.
I bet I could have gotten it off. I bet I could have I bet Brooke Kern could have gotten it off. I'll tell you what, Brooke Kern would have found a way to get it off. Brooke 100%. Oh, yeah. Shout out Brooke, love you.
If it was the 12 car, it would have been off in 5 seconds.
The 5 car, the wheels came off the 5 car. I'm just saying. But for real, oh my God, I don't want to be Tyler Reddick. I don't want to be Tyler Reddick because they lost so many spots every single time they were on pit road.
But Zach, you alluded to it. The 5 was perfect in the pits. The 45 wasn't, and ultimately that was the deciding factor at the end. Who had the track position?
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, Tyler was able to catch back up, but if roles were reversed, Larson have gotten around Reddick. We don't know. It all came down to that pit stop, truly. And also, Tyler had to push his way through a couple cars, I believe. So.
Oh, but I thought it was impossible to pass yesterday.
Yeah, it was just like Kansas 2020 in the fall, apparently, according to some people. This race was... we would have cried tears of joy to have this in 2020. What?
I'll be back. Hold up.
Zach is leaving the room. Okay. I don't know what he's getting, so this is gonna be fun. We're gonna learn something together. Oh, he's back. I see him. What'd you grab?
The crying towel.
The
For the
crying
Kyle Larson haters. He couldn't pass him. He was arrow blocking. Boo hoo hoo. Get over it.
Oh. Are we bringing back Race Sub's crying
We
towel?
have
Because I
Jimmy
am all
Spencer
in.
right here, man. I don't have a cigar though. I don't have a cigar.
You have a straight jacket?
But I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna keep this to my side because I think we're gonna need it again. So, first
yeah.
crying, the first ever gay racing podcast crying towel.
Wow.
The Kyle
what
Larson,
an honor.
given to the
Kyle Larson
haters.
fans.
No, the
Kyle Larson haters, excuse
Kyle
me.
Larson well, they might be fans. I think they secretly are fans because they can't. They
I was
just
the Kyle Larson fans in November of last year.
yeah. Oh, I wasn't crying because he finished second. At least he didn't like blow a tire on like stage one or a
True.
brake or whatever the 20 team did. I wasn't crying.
That was a great bit. Thank you for that, Zach.
I know, I had to do it. I literally went all the way to my bathroom to grab that towel. But yeah,
right.
hey, before we move on from Reddick, I will say very impressed with the performance, considering they still had issues. Because last year I feel like they had issues like that, and they were nowhere to be seen.
And then they wouldn't recover.
Yeah. I mean, they were the fastest Toyota today. That's another thing about Las Vegas. I feel like that was a very straight up race, and it's definitely very refreshing after the two super speedways. So, yeah.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't like a barn burner by any means, but it was a straightforward NASCAR race. And I think we needed that after not chaotic, but like nonstop action at Daytona and Atlanta. It was a nice, like you said, breath of fresh air.
Yeah. And,
and
Ryan Blaney, we're going to move on to Ryan Blaney right now. And he's kind of my point of how this race felt just like a 2023 playoff race. I feel like we literally did not skip a beat with how that race played out yesterday, because Ryan Blaney was the only Ford even really like contending. And that matches. I mean, RFK was kind of contending more last year, and we didn't really see him much yesterday, but yeah. I mean,
RFK was kind of absent.
Yeah, so Alex, like Blaney has like flipped the script on what we've thought about that 12 team, just from like what we thought of him in September of last year. Now he's a champion, and he's just flipped the script.
Yeah. Like we used to think of Ryan Blaney and the 12 team as a team who would be really strong early, probably lead a lot in stage 1 and 2. But now he's kind of just gets better as the race goes on. It kind of reminds me of Richard Childress Racing era Kevin Harvick or a Matt Kenseth.
Yeah.
Just showing up when it matters. When before Blaney just kind of would be running like first in stage 1, stage 2, and then stage 3 finishes like 15th. And that's just not, it wasn't giving anything, right?
It wasn't giving anything.
But now, it wasn't giving. But now this is how you win championships. You get all these points, and you carry them all the way through the season. Then he started doing that last year, and he won the championship. If he could put a full season together, like, those 10 races put it in the playoffs, if he can put a full season together,
he'll be back in the final 4.
Blaney might be the regular season champion.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know it's race 3, but like, again, we said this at the end of last year, we never saw this from Ryan Blaney, being able to still be in contention at the end, week in and week out, and we're seeing it still. Like you say, the series hasn't missed a beat. Ryan Blaney has not missed a beat either.
Yeah, and that's really good because they are so. I mean, they're not. I mean, we don't know what Chris Buescher really had yesterday because he, crashed in stage 1 with the wheel issue. But I mean, was way faster than Logano on race pace, right? And the only other, I mean, Noah Gregson's is a bit of an outlier apparently. Chase Briscoe was kind of up there, but then he fell back late. They were having their own issues because, again, it's more than just having a fast car, too. That 12 team was having pretty good pit stops. They were not losing him a lot of track position, and it's letting him finish 3rd. I mean, that's exactly what he was doing in the playoffs. Like, You know, it played exactly like a playoff race. Larson's fast, dominating the race, whatever. The Toyotas are like all behind Larson. But then Ryan Blaney late in the race is like, nope, excuse me, Denny, excuse me, Martin. Well, Martin was actually in the top 10. That was not a thing he did in the playoffs. But he was like, excuse me, Denny, excuse me, Ty Gibbs, coming through, top 3.
And to your point, it was Larson and Reddick were by far the best cars for most of the race yesterday.
Yeah.
And then Blaney, like you just said, kind of chipped away and got up to being the best of the rest.
Yep.
And that's the best he could do. And that's the kind of result you really want.
That's how you win the
especially
regular
in these
season.
early season races.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you get those 15 bonus points in August.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm excited
And-
to see what he does next week because he's going back to Phoenix, and obviously
True.
he finished second there and won the championship. So
And speak of Phoenix, the guy who won that race when we were there last, Ross Chastain.
he's back. He's fast.
He kind of got Ryan Blaney a little annoyed during the race. Blaney said a lot of naughty words on the radio, as he does. We learned that at Phoenix. That doesn't mean he's going to crash. He just gets riled up. But
He's
Chastain said
melting
in his
down.
post-race interview that he's proud of Ryan Blaney for learning how to air block like Ross did to Ryan at Phoenix. This was interesting.
That's
I'm like,
so
why would
petty.
you say this?
That is so petty. Ross thought he ate when he said that. Ross.
And Blaney responded with a GIF on Twitter that said, "Ironic, isn't it?" So, fun.
I feel like I'm watching 2 third graders like argue. Come on, settle it out on the track. Well, it did get settled because Blaney beat Ross. So
Honestly, I want more beef with Blaney because that means they give him his Twitter password and he's allowed to post stuff.
I feel
So
like it's
I
good
want
for
more of
Blaney.
this.
I feel like that stuff's good for Blaney. I feel like
It fires him up.
because that's why he won that championship. He was fired up.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good for Blaney to be fired up. It puts him in a good flow state. That's just my theory. I don't know, but yeah, keep Blaney
Right.
fired up. And obviously, Ross is this close to being a household name. He's if any NASCAR driver to be a household name, Ross is one of them. So
If Bush starts putting Ross like cardboard cutouts of him in like all these bars across the country and on their packaging,
commercials.
and then if people are going to recognize him, I would assume the name and his face and his car number from the Martinsville thing. Like, he has the potential to become a household name. And if he's going to keep racing guys the way he does, which he's going to, it sounds like, he very well could be.
I'm glad he's up. And oh my God, when he was behind Larson yesterday, remember we were texting and Alex texted me, how does Kyle Larson lose this race? And then 30 minutes later, we both kind of text each other at the same time. We're like, oh, Ross Chastain is in second. Like, oh, that's how he loses this race.
Yeah, yep.
Remember last year, I called him a villain without power, and then he dropped off. And I'm like, man, I regret saying something like that because I did not realize what we had, and I wanted it back so bad. And I'm glad we have Ross Chastain back in the top 10 running this good. I hope they keep it up because it's good for the sport. It's good and it's entertaining. And man, get that car a little bit faster. Ooh, tell you what, aero blocking's not going to be enough. he's going to find a way past you, bro. Oh my God.
Now, I want to jump to Stewart-Haas Racing, actually, because you brought up Noah Gragson.
Mm-hmm.
Gragson finished 6th in the 10 car, which was pretty surprising in my opinion, and Chase Briscoe ran in the top 10 most of the day.
They weren't running 30th.
I think it's too early.
Yay!
Yeah, they were
celebrating.
30th.
They are at SHR celebrating right now because they did not run 30th all day. Like, oh my God, it worked. The badass blue worked. Yay! Woo!
Yeah. I think it's way too early. It is race 1 with these new cars. I think RFK is going to catch back up. I think Penske seems okay. Like Cindric was running really good as well. It's too early to be like, oh, this is a big win for Stewart-Haas Racing. This is what we're expecting the rest of the year. Hold your horses.
How did Gregson get up there?
I don't know.
How did Gregson actually get it? Was it pit strategy? Like, did he ever really didn't he take 2 tires? feel like he
I'm
took
not
two
sure,
tires.
but Gregson was passing guys at the end of that race.
He was. I mean, he was staying
So-
up there because if he didn't belong to finish 6th, he would have dropped back a little bit. So,
Yeah.
hey,
And-
impressive. I'm not. I
But
will. Yeah.
I don't think you can say it's a victory here for Swordhouse Racing because they're not running 25th. Because where were Josh Berry and Ryan Preece?
Well,
Like,
yeah, kind of.
because like,
my
where were
opinion
they?
is take the small victories, and I think that is a small victory for SHR. Like, being for real, they should build off that. They should be like, hey, what a great run from our brand new driver, by the way, who had a horrible season last year. That was his first top 10 at a mile and a half. So you got to give it up.
So. I
feel like you do have to give it up for Noah Gragson. I'm the last person to want to say that. I'm a Noah Gragson hater. Like, I don't like him. But I got to give it up. I mean, he finished 6th yesterday, and that's what it says on the scorecard.
I mean, kudos to him, but I think you can't say this is going to be the start of something big this season for sure.
No, because I mean,
I just feel like everyone else is going to catch up.
Oh yeah, because this is a long regular season, 23 races left. I mean, what are they going to look like at Phoenix? What are they going to look like in a few weeks at the road course? You know, when we get back to intermediates, like in the summer where we got like Kansas and stuff. Like, I don't know, but the season is kind of set up for them well because they have a lot of short tracks coming up that they should be pretty strong at. So,
right.
I mean, Noah Gragson, we know he's a good race car driver. We saw him in Xfinity, and I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm interested to see if this is just a outlier or if, because Briscoe running good too. That's two of their cars running good. Like, that's not. It's hard for me to believe that that's just like a random thing. So.
But for most of the race, it was just Briscoe.
You're right.
Kind of like how Harvick before.
Yeah. Okay,
but
I see your point.
It is a little different. So
it's weird.
We'll see how that develops. We'll keep following it.
It's weird.
Something else that's kind of weird, Zach, and something we're going to keep following is Spire Motorsports. Because what a start to the season they're actually having. Because, first of all, Corey LaJoie was running second at a point. Which, that's bizarre. That's weird. The 7-car Spire.
I was impressed with Corey LaJoie. Corey LaJoie in the top 10 isn't, like, shockingly, like, it doesn't surprise me that much. But him running in that top 5, that shocked me. But he did lose those spots afterwards. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, and then he spun late in the race, and it kind of killed any sort of good vibes he really had. And he said afterward that this was the best Cup race of his career, and I would agree with that.
I agree, because he was pretty competitive. And, I mean, that's... I just realized how, like... Remember when Justin Haley won... what race was it? Daytona in the 77, 2019. And we're just like, what is this team even doing here? They're not even trying. They're not even trying. Oh, they're trying now.
Yeah. And they've always said that, Zach. They've always said, well, like, we have a long-term plan to try and be competitive. And
they was cooking. They had the true master plan. Spire Motorsports, man. I'm telling you what.
I made a tweet saying, if Corey LaJoie's running this good, you can call it a backhanded compliment if you want. But if LaJoie's running this good,
I love a backhanded
Hocevar and Zane Smith, I think, are a lot better than Corey LaJoie, quite frankly. But if Corey LaJoie's running that good, just wait till Hocevar and Zane Smith get more experience. They're going to be extremely good, right?
Yeah.
Because I think Hocevar has a ton of talent. Zane Smith is a truck champion. That's going to be a lot of fun to follow. And Zane Smith, by the way, his car, I believe, is helped and prepped by Trackhouse.
Yeah. What happened to him?
Extent.
What happened to him? I forgot what happened to him. Wasn't he slow early?
He tapped the wall at a point. Early.
Didn't it mess with the toe link or something? That's what they were saying on TV.
That's what TV said. I don't know if that's actually
I don't remember what happened. But either way, again, it's just Spire had a great day yesterday. The problem is Corey finishes 32nd and Zane finishes 36th. Come on. We got to show.
Wasn't Carson top 15?
Carson finished 15th. Yep, and that's impressive. He needs to all season long. If he can just finish races without causing drama, I think that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very impressed with him. So keep it up, Carson.
He needs to do what Ty Gibbs did last year and kind of just stay
exactly.
under the radar.
Because look at Ty Gibbs now. Ty Gibbs just finished 5th, and he was up there all day long. He was in that Toyota brigade. Where he was like, oh, yep, there's one of the JGR cars. Like, he's not a rookie anymore, obviously. But Ty Gibbs is also literally just one of the JGR cars that you know is going to be fast, and he's up there. So.
And by the way, Ty Gibbs finished top 5. And there were some. I think it was the
Couch
Racer account.
Like the
they were
DBC
saying,
guys.
like, was this a surprise? And I'm like, no.
You are
like,
stupid. Not stupid, but you're stupid if you think that's a surprise. Like, how do you not see that coming? Like, everyone knows he's going to make the play. Everyone knows that he's probably going to win this year. And that's not bold of me to say, is it? Like, it's really not.
I said, I posted, like, I hope y'all are ready to see Ty Gibbs win a race or 2 this year. And people were like, that ain't going to happen. No, that ain't going to happen. You guys need to wake up from your hatred of drivers and accept that some of them are talented. Because Ty Gibbs is very, very talented, and he's going to win a lot of cup races.
Yeah.
And he's getting better. Like, top 5, first regular race of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. He's going to win.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming.
I mean, I'm very impressed.
Another thing about Spire, by the way, they are in Truck Series, right?
They're building an empire.
They purchased Kyle Busch Motorsports. I don't know if we talked about that on the podcast. I don't remember when that was announced.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
So they have the old KBM equipment, which, by the way, KBM was not good last year.
Yeah, because they switched to Chevy. I feel like that kind of messed them up when they switched to Chevy because Kyle left, Toyota.
But Spire has swept all truck races this year, including Nick Sanchez's win, which they have an alliance with Rev Racing.
That
so
counts.
It's technically a Spire truck. So, yeah, 3 for 3 for Spire's truck team. So impressive, honestly.
Yeah. And the truck race. Not expected. The truck race Friday night, if we're ready to talk about that. Wait, does Spire have anything in Xfinity, or is it just trucks? I don't
think they do Xfinity.
It's not really important. I don't know why. Sorry, ADHD. Anyways, but that truck race Friday night, and we'll get into Raja and stuff, but like that, I can't remember the last time I watched a truck race that good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Like, I don't know, maybe it was just like the excitement from Raja winning. I don't know, but that's kind of part of it though, because the winner was like really exciting and really like refreshing, and it was a likable guy. It was someone that is a future superstar. Like, the racing was good. The racing was clean. Talk about a breath of fresh air. Slay of the week to the Craftsman Truck Series. They actually had a great race. Like, they weren't
needed a race like that for its reputation.
It wasn't boring either. Like, they were racing really well. Fox had trouble showing the really good parts, like the battle for the lead after the final green flag stops. But the fact that they had green flag stops in the first place is really impressive. After the wreckfest they had at Daytona, I don't even know what happened at Atlanta, but Kyle Busch won it. And Kyle Busch was in the race, by the way. He was in the race, and he didn't win it. So was
Christopher Bell.
Yeah. But pit road issues bit a lot of guys last night, but not the guy who, this is only his second year in the trucks. He didn't get a pit road speeding penalty, and the Spire pit crew did not mess up on that truck. I mean, I'm just saying, pretty cool. And Raja, I mean, people have already said how, Raja Caruth. I don't personally know him, of course, but I mean, I didn't realize. I kind of forgot about this, but he came from iRacing. Like, that's where he started.
Yeah. I've read a bit about his story the past couple of days since he won. He's from Maryland, like the Washington, D.C. area.
D.C.
And there's not a big racing scene out there. I mean, that's
it's very urban.
You, Zach. You kind of know.
Because I live in, like, kind of Northern Virginia. I'm, like, kind of at the cusp. So it's very urban. Like, Northern Virginia is very urban. So there's no racing going on, really. Like, I'm kind of at the point where there might be racing.
So for a person like him who not only is he from an area that's not really known for racing, he's also black, so it's a
Right.
harder entry to get in
Oh yeah,
because
people are gonna look at him and be like, "You don't belong in the sport." I mean, that's what literally, that's what people think and say, or maybe not say, but like that's what people think.
well, people say it.
But yeah, as we saw on Twitter, people do say it.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's a huge story because Roger Caruth is now the third black driver in NASCAR history to win a NASCAR National Series event, joining Wendell Scott and Bubba Wallace.
That's crazy.
Like, it is a huge story, and Bubba Wallace has been his mentor. We saw just weeks ago, we talked about it when Bubba was like yelling at Raja for making a bad move. And look,
what a storyline!
Raja's a winner.
That's a cool storyline.
It's a great story.
That's a great story because I mean, Raja, he did not make a mistake. He didn't make any mistakes. He didn't get in trouble. He stayed cool under pressure. He started like, I don't know if he started on the front row, but he like led a restart.
I believe he won the pole.
He did win the pole, yeah. So he stayed so calm under pressure when I think there probably was a lot of pressure on him that night. I mean, it was the truck's first, regular race of the season too. I mean, that's a lot of pressure to be, only in your second year with this new team. That week, this is cool because HendrickCars.com, they bumped up their number of races that they were going to sponsor Raja in the 71 truck. At first, it was only going to be 10 races, and then I think they went to, I don't know if it's the full season, but it's close to the full season for the trucks now. It was announced that week, and then he goes out and wins. Like Mr. Hendrick saw that and was like, yep, I'm spending my money good. Yep. That's just cool. How do you see that and not be entertained, not be happy? That truck race, it makes me want to watch the next truck race because I was entertained, it wasn't stupid, and there was a cool story. That's what I want for my sports.
I also want to say, really cool moment as well, that Josh Sims is who got to do the victory interview. Because you had a black reporter interviewing a black NASCAR driver,
cool.
The winner. It's just so cool.
And that's what we need to focus on.
Huge win.
We don't need to focus on what happened in the past. I mean, this is easy for two white guys to talk about, by the way. I'm not trying to, ignore bad stuff, but I would think it's more important to focus on this great stuff that's happening than talk about stuff in the past. But again, I'm white.
I said this on one of Matt Weaver's posts because Matt Weaver said this is like very discouraging, the replies he was getting on articles about Raja. I replied saying something like, if people are uncomfortable, it needs to continue to be said.
Exactly.
Just because if you're still uncomfortable, then you don't get it yet. We still need to keep talking about it more and more and more. And then the same can be said for LGBTQ plus topics as well, as you and I talked about.
They have parallels. Yeah.
But
so
Phoenix
is wait.
next.
This is kind of funny. Yeah. It's not really funny. So when the first gay driver wins a race, can I be the pit reporter? And then it's like we had the same kind of moment.
Girl, yes,
you won! Woo! Girl, how'd you do that? Oh my god, you ate that up! You just That's a TikTok.
You served.
This is going
on
god. TikTok. Oh my god. Oh my god, what adjustments did he make? We're so bad. I'm so dumb.
Tell me the tea. What did he do to your car?
Wait a minute though, but like for real, Fox, hire us. Oh my, I got a good pair of this is so off topic. I'm sorry, but I was zoning out and I was watching Jamie Little interview Joey Logano this weekend, and she's just like I love the interviewer face. They're just like, they're so engaged with what they're saying.
Oh no. Poor
That's
Jamie
what I do.
Little.
I work with kids. That's what I do to the kids I work with. Oh yeah?
Oh,
okay,
man.
that's so cool.
Oh, okay. So that was good. Next up is Phoenix Cup Series.
Dun.
Slightly different short track package. I don't know how much of a difference it's actually going to make.
It won't.
They're gonna have a simplified diffuser. I don't know what that means. And a 3-inch spoiler. It is taller. Zach and I researched.
Yeah, it's a taller because Larry Mack here. The simplified diffuser is less downforce, rear downforce. So they're compensating with more, a taller spoiler, more spoiler. The reason I'm laughing is because I'm thinking of like a Denny Hamlin quote from his podcast where I'm just like, where he was like, why are we changing the aerodynamics for the track type where that matters the least? When, I mean, again, I don't know how many times drivers have to say it. It's about horsepower for these short tracks. It's about the shifting, kind of. It's a little complicated, sounds like. Aero's it might help, but is it really going to change much? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting that much, but certainly it can't get worse. And to be honest, I didn't hate the championship race at Phoenix. I didn't hate it. I've seen worse races.
No, it was actually a pretty good Phoenix race,
to be
honest.
And Phoenix, I have a soft spot for Phoenix. Like, I think it's decent racing. Obviously, the restarts are kind of cool. I mean, they're different at least. So I have a soft spot for it. I think it's fine. We've had a really good start to the season. It's okay if we have a mid Phoenix race. It'll be okay. I promise we'll get through it. We go to Bristol the week after, so.
Yeah. Also, side note, apologies for my webcam. I don't know why it looks so like red. I'm trying to adjust my lighting. I don't know what that's about.
Because of my F-boy lights.
Like, I don't know what's going on, but
I think you look beautiful, Alex.
Oh, thank you. You look great too. Your little haircut.
I got a haircut for Kyle to what's it called? To address Larson Nation.
Yes.
And the haters. And the haters.
And the haters. Can't forget about the haters.
Can't forget about the haters.
All right. So let's move on to the tea.
The tea.
We have a big cup of NASCAR tea. One big cup. And then we have a whole bunch of IndyCar tea. So if you're an IndyCar fan,
welcome back.
Get you all caught up.
Welcome back.
Yes.
This might be the first time they're listening this year.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god.
All right. So first things first here. Dale Earnhardt Jr. not returning to NBC Sports.
Wow.
For The Athletic. That includes this year. Dale Jr. will not be on NBC this year.
Wow. I don't know if it's hit me yet. I will say though, I'm not that disappointed in it. It is a loss to not have Dale Jr. in the booth this year, but he's going to Amazon/TNT. And here's my thing. And NBC already has a lot of really good talent. They have Rick Allen, they have Steve Letarte, they have Jeff Burton. They have their three. They didn't need Dale Jr. to be good, in my opinion. Dale Jr. certainly made them better. But, I mean, wasn't there a race? I feel like there was like some Xfinity races where Dale wasn't calling, and I literally didn't even notice he wasn't there. Like, maybe it's because they always had four guys, so it's really easy to notice, like, or it's not easy to notice when one of them's missing. But I don't know. I think Jeff and Steve Letarte's one of the best. Jeff Burton, I think he's a little bit underrated. He's just, he's perfectly fine. Rick Allen's Rick Allen, whatever. I think Dale, like, starting Amazon and TNT off with Dale Jr. is so good for them. Because now, what kind of dream booth could we have? Is it going to be Alan Bestwick, Dale Jr., and Chad Knaus or whoever? Like, is that what we're going for now? Like, is that what's going to happen? Because that would be cool, right? That'd be a really good booth, and it's kind of like spreading the wealth, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't need everyone that's good to be working at NBC. Like, I think it's fine for Dale to leave, especially if it's less weeks that he's going to be working now in the year, because NBC is doing 14 races in the new TV deal, and this is like, only 10? I mean, Dale's got 10. A family. He's got, somewhat of a race team because Kelly runs it, but, still, he's involved. I think it's fair. I mean, I'm not too upset about it.
And I think the side part of this is also the fact that Dirty Mo Media is also probably looking for a streaming home because Dale Jr. Download was airing on Peacock a lot. So that hasn't happened. So I'm sure that's also a part of this. It's probably going to move over to Amazon or something on Max or Bleacher Report. But Like, I'm sure that's a big part of it as well. So,
yeah. I
Dale
forgot.
Jr. going to Amazon TNT. It's a big story.
It's a good selling point though for Amazon. I mean, like, it's like when Marty Smith said on the download, the Dale Jr. download. It's like if you put like it when how Dale Jr.'s in the Netflix documentary, it just gives it credibility. Like,
right.
So, you know, I mean, hey, whatever booth they have for Amazon TNT, it's not going to suck. I don't think it can suck if Dale Jr.'s in it. So that's good. Good start. Now get Alan Bestwick. Which
I hope
it will.
Alan Bestwick's got to be in a booth.
Who else are they going to
somewhere.
get? Who else are they going to get? If it's not Alan Bestwick. Because, like, what other anchors do they have?
They'd almost have to pull from some local track somewhere, or they'd get a non-racing person.
Or get like a radio. Oh, don't get a non-racing person. They'll probably get it. Honestly, I'm kind of betting on Alan Bestwick because, again, who else are they going to get? That's not already with Fox or something. Or, I don't know, maybe Adam Alexander if Fox lays some people off. I don't know.
Yeah. And you could pull from radio. You could pull from...
I could see TNT getting Adam back, actually.
I could see that.
Because
Adam was there when TNT left originally.
Yeah, and he was still working for, like, Fox at the same time, too. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
We will see. I don't know. We'll see.
And side note, unrelated to Dale Jr., we also are going to get the CW lineup, too, for Xfinity.
Yeah, whatever that's going to be. Which...
Yeah. I'm hoping that we'll see Jamie McMurray somewhere. I think he's supposed to stay at Fox, though. We're going to get Kurt Busch somewhere, I hope. That'd be really cool.
It's like Fox needs... Oh, Kurt Busch is a good one. I didn't think about that. But Fox, Fox holding on to Jamie McMurray and Trevor Bayne and whoever else is there, that's really good. It's like, spread the wealth. Let Jamie go. Yeah. Let Jamie be in a booth somewhere else.
And that's why I'm glad Dale's going.
Exactly.
Because, it's like you said, it's
NBC's
just
already got a lot of talent.
Yeah. Yeah, expanding.
I'll miss him at the Rolex broadcast and stuff, but I mean
he wasn't there this year.
Well, probably because
he didn't have a contract.
Gone. He was leaving. Whatever.
Yeah. All right, IndyCar. IndyCar's back this weekend at St. Pete at 12:30 Eastern on NBC.
I'm ready.
So excited.
I'm ready. Alex is ready. Dale Coyne Racing is not ready.
Apparently they are not ready
because we have no idea who's in those cars this week. Both cars? We have no idea who's in both cars? Bro, the race is in 5 days. Like, what are we waiting for?
So, Dale Coyne Racing, they are historically known for waiting very, very late to announce drivers.
Okay, someone with ADHD
really done that in
runs
recent
that team.
years.
Dale Coyne must have ADHD. He procrastinates.
Focus, Dale. Focus.
He's like he's a what's it called? Never mind. He's just a procrastinator.
I don't know what word you're about to say.
I don't know either. Squirrel in a nut? I don't know.
God. So there are rumors, reports of who they might be having, and we might know literally tomorrow because the entry list is going to have to come out at some point.
It's going to say
right?
CBA. Greg Biffle? JJ Yaley? the 2009 F1 World Champion, JJ Yaley? Open wheel experience?
Oh, gosh.
He's in.
So I've read articles from Marshall Pruitt, from Racer. Tony Donahue has written some things on Twitter about this. So it sounds like the lineup's going to be kind of a combination of different drivers. So my understanding is you're going to see something like this. Jack Harvey in the 18. We're going to have Colin Braun, the IMSA driver, former NASCAR Truck Series driver Colin Braun.
I saw him in IMSA. I'm like, is that the same dude that drove the 6 truck? Like, that is so cool to me. Oh, because I'm a little neurodivergent kid who grew up with NASCAR in 2008. So I'm like, oh, Colin Braun, gay. So
I think it's going to be Harvey and Braun this weekend. I think that's what you're going to see for St. Pete. I could be wrong. And then I've read that Harvey might be full-time in the 18, maybe just doing road and street courses. That's kind of conflicting. And then Nolan Siegel, the Indy Next driver.
Who?
Is probably going to do the Indy 500 for them.
Is that a randomly AI-generated person? Like, what?
That might have been one of the guys we met when we went to Iowa, Zach. I think he's been in Indy Next for a hot minute.
Oh, God, I hope not.
I think we have met him.
The difference. I would not know the difference.
Nolan, if you're listening,
I'm
no
sorry,
offense.
but
We
I
didn't
don't
really know
who
the
you
next
are.
drivers.
I've
to be
never met
honest
that
with you.
man before in my life.
So, and there's also Catherine Legg might be doing the Indy 500 for them as well.
Okay.
Supposedly.
All right. That's the most exciting.
Yeah.
Colin Braun and Catherine Legg are the most exciting part, whatever you just said.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not a Jack Harvey hater. He just does not move the needle for me at all.
And Colin Braun has wanted to have a shot at IndyCar for a long time.
Oh, good.
He's publicly said that.
Aw.
So I really hope that happens. He did test for them at the Sebring test that just happened. And he was actually outpacing Jack Harvey, who was in the 18.
I believe it.
So
they don't take. I could outpace
think
Jack
about.
Harvey. I'm just kidding. I'm hating now. I'm hating. I'm being like the Kyle Larson haters. I'm hating.
No one hate Jack Harvey. He did nothing wrong.
My little.
So-
he looks like Robbie Rotten from Lazy Town.
He does. He does.
I love him.
But yeah, if I were to bet money, I would say Harvey Braun for St. Pete. Beyond that, I have no idea. Because
I don't think they do either.
it sounds like I don't think they do either. And that's fine.
Put me in the car, bro. Again, put me in the car for Thermal Club.
What do they got to lose?
Not much.
All right. Something who did have something to lose
Oh,
here.
Jesus
David
Lord.
Malukas. We're going to talk about him a little later as well. But he is out with a hand injury from a bike incident. Zach, what are your thoughts on that?
It's like you get the most important job of your whole career and you call out sick on the first day that you're supposed to show up.
Exactly.
That's what is killing me about this. So we talked last year when Alex Bowman and Chase Elliott got hurt and they missed races. And obviously it's a little bit different in NASCAR because the playoffs and stuff. But the gist of the Chase Elliott thing, for example, is Chase Elliott is allowed to do whatever he wants outside the car. Okay? And if he gets injured, it's whatever, but he has to accept the consequences. And that applies to any driver. He has to accept the consequences. The thing with Chase Elliott is the consequences weren't that deep because while it did kind of make him miss the playoffs, it was kind of likely that he could have gone out and won, right? It didn't happen, right? But it was likely that it wasn't going to matter, okay? He also has a great relationship with Napa. He's a former Cup Series champion. He's very established. He's probably going to be at Hendrick Motorsports for the rest of his career or until he's wrapping up his career, like for a long time, right? That injury did not change much of his career at all, right? Alex, would you agree?
I would 100% agree.
Alex Bowman's a little iffy. We have to see how he does this year. David Malukas, this injury right here could single-handedly change his career. This could take his ride away from him. If it disrupts his season and it hurts his performance and hey, he's not going to be contending for the championship now already, which is like.
And another thing with this Malukas thing is that he left pulling on his own accord to try and bet on himself to get a better ride.
Yeah.
And then he gets a better ride, all because Alex Palou drama, by the way. He wasn't even going to get the McLaren ride. That was going to be Palou's ride. He gets it, and then he gets injured. You know?
What kind of bike is this? Is this like a bicycle or is it a motorbike?
I think it's like a mountain. It's like a mountain bike.
Jesus, Lord have mercy. David, what are you doing? I'm sorry, but like, again, you can do whatever you want in your own time, but you have to accept the responsibility, and this is a lot of responsibility to accept. I just feel like you are not established like a Chase Elliott. Like, what are we doing?
Let's go into IndyCar terms. If this happened to Pato Award, he is established at McLaren.
Yes, he's won.
Like that is, it's so different. It
is so different.
And David Malukas is going in there. He's a well-liked personality online, but his closest thing to results has been at Gateway.
Yeah.
Right. He hasn't gotten a win yet, and I think he has it in him to win a championship someday. But you're right. This isn't the best look for him.
This is, again,
unfortunately.
No, it's never going to look good to miss the first day of work. It's bad.
Yep.
This is bad. This is so bad. It makes me so sad, and I'm really frustrated. Obviously, he didn't mean to go out there and get injured, but it's like, I think every single driver in the garage can look at this and be like, especially the younger drivers. Like, the younger drivers need to look at that and be like, maybe I should not take risks when I don't need to.
And by the way, Callum Ilott is going to be replacing him. That's not announced yet. It's going to be announced tomorrow.
What is with these
11
teams?
PM Eastern.
Like, it's just tell us. Come on. Keeping it a secret.
That's not confirmed, but I'm like 99% sure that's what's happening.
That makes sense.
Callum Ilott. It is Callum Ilott, by the way. That was probably McLaren's second choice for that seat full time, as they were looking at a partnership with McLaren or Juncos. I think that might have happened. A partnership with Juncos. I'm not 100% sure. My apologies, but like they were looking at that. So it's like if Ilott really, really performs, and then Malukas doesn't, like this could be a one and done for David, you know? But who knows? And another point here that I just want to mention is that if Malukas is out longer than expected, Zack Veach, if you remember that name, IndyCar fans,
I have not heard that name in years.
He is McLaren's reserve driver. Like he is signed on to do that, and he does like some spotting, I believe, or something with McLaren at some of the road courses.
Why is he? He's short. How is he spotting anything? He can't see nothing. He's short.
He's a tiny little guy, ain't he?
He's got to get a step stool on the spotter stand. Good lord.
If Ilott has some schedule conflicts with the WEC schedule, because what Ilott is doing that now, by the way. Zack Veach might be who they call for that, or maybe an Oliver Askew, or someone else who's available. Bring back Oliver Askew,
what
McLaren.
Is he doing?
You kind of screwed him over.
Is he spotting too? Where is he? Did he do
He
IMSA?
did Formula E for a year.
Oh, he did.
He did the Rolex 24 last year.
Well, didn't McLaren ship him off to Formula E, or did I just make that up?
No, that was Andretti picked him up for Formula E.
Oh.
And then he did a year of broadcasting for Formula E, but then I don't think he's doing anything this year.
Weren't they wait, where did Rosenquist go?
We're going to talk about that in the silly season segment, Zach.
Okay, because I feel like I'm so out of touch with IndyCar. I don't know why.
Yeah, we'll get you all caught up.
I know Alex will know it all, so I just let him worry about it.
But yeah, so if Malukas' injury is longer, I would assume Veach is who they're going to put in.
That's going to be wild.
To replace that after.
Put me in there.
But we'll see.
I'm just trying to get an IndyCar right at this point. Hey, I'll be at IMS. I'll be at IMS in May. I'll be there. So put me in, bro.
And hey, I'll be there too. I can be the strategist.
Yeah.
We'll try not to finish 33rd. We'll try making the race.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that first.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
Or I'll race at Nashville Super Speedway.
Yeah. Not the streets in Nashville.
What a change! What an announcement! I think from all the negative press IndyCar has been getting with the Honda stuff, this is great. Another oval, a speedway oval at that. That's cool.
Love it.
For the finale, the first time that the finale of IndyCar is an oval since what was it 2014 with California, I believe.
Yeah,
I think
whenever Fontana last had it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I think it was 2014, but yeah, that's cool because I think that's just that's how you end the season on an oval, to be honest. And it's so this is happening. They were supposed to the championship race was supposed to be at the Music City Grand Prix, correct? And it was supposed to be on the new layout, and they raced the new layout last year, correct? They didn't.
No.
They didn't?
No.
Right. Okay. No. Why did
it was gonna go on Broadway at Nashville this year.
Right. Okay. You're right. No. Yeah. I couldn't remember. Something about last year's race was different. I don't remember what it was. I remember last year I was trying to figure out how they changed it because I was looking at maps. I'm just like, huh? I kept turning it around.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
But why, Alex? Why can they not do that this year? Why can they not race on the streets down Broadway?
So it's the same reason that they are changing the layout. One of the reasons they're changing the layout is because of the new the stadium is being rebuilt where they kind of drove around it. That construction is going to be more of a hindrance than originally expected.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. Okay.
That is going to be under construction through 2026. It sounds like. So we're going to have Nashville as a finale, I would assume.
Next 3 years.
This year, next year, and possibly 26 as well. They didn't officially say that, at least
That's
for
just
this year.
a good
but
assumption to make.
That's kind of what they made it sound like.
Mm-hmm.
And Nashville is kind of just a backup plan. However, I would say this is kind of an audition for Nashville because IndyCar has raced there before several times. And if it's a really, really good race, they might just keep it on there. I don't know if they'd want 2 Nashville races. But I mean, if the fans show up, which I'm hoping the fans do,
I
because we
might go
need
to
the
Nashville.
ovals. They'll go to Nashville?
It's not that far away from me. It's in
Just like you'll go to Bristol Spring in a few weeks? Yeah.
That's different.
No, but... Oh, it's different.
It is different.
But no, like, this actually makes me feel excited for the finale.
Oh, yeah.
And also, Joseph Newgard might actually win the championship this year.
Well, because the schedule now is like has so many ovals at the end. You have both Milwaukee races, you have Gateway, you have Nashville now. Isn't it like 4 straight oval races to end the season or something?
They're all punched in there at the end.
It's going to be kind of insane.
I believe Portland is kind of shoved in the middle of there too. But
like that's going to be really cool, and it's going to set up for a pretty cool championship chase because we know how Joseph and Team Penske are really fast at these ovals. Like
what might end up happening, hypothetical scenario, Alex Palou might continue his little reign of terror the first half of the year, but then they're going to get to Iowa, and Joseph Newgarden might start raining a whole bunch of wins here, in. Like, he might sweep Iowa again. He could win the Indy 500 again. That's kind of up in the air. Who could win that? Then there's Gateway, Milwaukee ×2, and then you have Nashville.
I know who's winning the Indy 500, so that's
already figured out.
That's already figured out. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that.
Guy who's running 2 races that day, you're saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. It's going to be an interesting championship battle because it's going to be ovals at the second half. You're going to have to know your ovals at the end. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's going to be really cool. And every single time we talk about the IndyCar schedule, what do I bring up? We need more ovals and we need more Speedway ovals. I believe they will be running the Speedway oval package. So thankfully this year, because it was looking like the Indy 500 would be the only time they use that aero package, which is weird to me.
Texas is gone.
Because Texas, that's just not right to me. They need at least one other Speedway race on the schedule, or else it's just like, how are you calling yourself the IndyCar Series? I'm happy. I'm very excited for that race, and honestly, I'm not gonna miss the Nashville street circuit at all.
No, me neither. I think it'll come back. I would imagine it's going to come back. They paid a lot of money for that.
We have plenty of good street circuits on the schedule already. I'm not even like...
Yeah.
Again, I want a better balance, and that's helping get a better balance. So, yay.
Yeah. So, silly season. We're going to kind of breeze through all these, and then we're going to have a bonus video go up on Patreon and then on YouTube probably the next day, talking about all of these drivers and how they're going to perform this year. So stay tuned for that. So if you want to know our thoughts, stick around for that. Subscribe on Patreon if you'd like, or wait around on YouTube for it. But silly season knows everything that's different this year. First, Linus Lundqvist is going to be replacing Marcus Ericsson at Ganassi.
Right.
If you don't know Linus Lundqvist, he did a couple of races last year filling in for Simon Pagenaud, and he won the Indy Next Championship in 22.
Didn't he have a really good performance at Nashville? Or
he did.
Yeah, okay, I remember him now. Yep. All right, he'll be fast.
He's gonna be really good, I think. Then Kiffin Simpson, you might recognize him from being the Bus Bros teammate at the Rolex last year. He's been in the Indy Next Series past 2 years, I believe. I think he's only like 18 or 19. He's really, really young.
Wow.
He's going to be in the 5th new entry for Chip Ganassi Racing in the number 4.
Is it full-time or part-time?
Yeah.
What? Full-time? Jesus, Chip's got money. That Justin Marks money.
So, I don't think this is a good move, but we'll talk about that more in a bonus video.
They're doing
I don't know. And on top of that, Marcus Armstrong will be full-time in the 11. It's no longer a part-time thing for him. So, I mean, that was kind of expected.
Yeah, he was pretty good last
Marcus Ericsson is leaving Ganassi and going to Andretti in the 28. He's replacing Roman Grosjean. The number 29 is gone at Andretti. There is no number 29. That's basically going to be the Marco Andretti car at the 500.
Yeah. Just
That's
with
pretty much
probably
it.
the number 98 or whatever.
Probably, I would assume.
Who cares?
Yeah. So next up, Roman Grosjean. As I said, he left Andretti. He's now in the Junko 77, replacing Callum Ilott. We talked about Ilott earlier. Ilott is now in WEC. And by the way, he won his first race over there this past weekend. So good for him.
Really?
Callum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What team?
I mean, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know WEC.
I don't know WEC.
I don't know WEC. I have no idea. Next here, David Malukas. We talked about him. He's going to McLaren eventually. Not this weekend.
Not this weekend. Oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy. Oh, God.
He is replacing Felix Rosenqvist. Felix Rosenqvist is replacing Elio Castroneves at Meyer Shank Racing. There's your answer, Zach, from earlier.
Oh, okay.
And Castroneves is still going to be doing the Indy 500. He has a multi-year deal to do that.
When Elio won the 500
has...
and was like, "Ooh, let me do full time again," and then he's like, "Never mind. I remember why I quit." Jesus.
Yeah, pretty much. Elio now has an ownership stake in Meyer Shank Racing, which is cool.
That's a good team to have stake in.
We're going to see Elio around for a long, long time even after he stops doing the 500.
Yeah.
This next one was really surprising to me. Pietro Fittipaldi is in the Rahal Letterman Lanigan 30 full time. Kind of bizarre, but not.
I think it makes sense. I feel like I hear his name so much, but he's always subbing, or he's always just like.
He is still the Haas fill-in driver, reserve driver in F1 this year. So he's probably going to get called out to do that at some point. Who knows?
He'll be all right.
And fun fact about Pietro Fittipaldi that I found interesting is that he's going to have 5-hour energy as a livery for the Indy 500.
I saw that. It looks really cool.
And that car looks so good.
That's good. Yeah.
We haven't seen 5-hour energy since Furniture Row Racing in NASCAR. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah. Did they sponsor in 2018?
They were on the car for the last year Furniture Row was around, I believe. So
no, I don't think they were. I gotta double check.
It's been a while.
They were, I think. Let me check. I don't remember.
But yeah, 3 full-time cars for Rahal this year. And after their struggles last year, that's why I'm surprised about this, is that they're going to that. And then lastly, Christian Rasmussen.
2018, yeah, they were on Furniture Row, yep. I forgot their paint scheme looked like this. Sorry.
Christian Rasmussen, the reigning Indy Next champion, is going to split the number 20 with Ed Carpenter. He'll be doing the road and streets, and Ed will be doing the ovals.
Wait, sorry, who? Who's this?
Christian Rasmussen.
He's an
the
IMSA,
reigning Indy Next champion.
Why did I hear him in IMSA? Well, didn't he run the 24?
And he's done IMSA.
Okay. He's the reigning Indy Next champion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe he won in class in Rolex this year.
That's why I know his name.
Yeah. And as I said, we'll have a bonus video talking about who's a championship contender, who's not, who's going to flop, who's going to slay, all that on Patreon. We have not made that yet, but we'll do that. And it'll be on Patreon first and then YouTube. So figure out where you'd like to watch that when we put it out. And yeah, I think we're ready to move on to fantasy, unless you have any questions about IndyCar, Zach.
Well, I would like to procrastinate moving on to fantasy because...
Oh, you don't want to get your ass beat again?
Oh my God.
I mean, you won NASCAR this week.
We did. I know. I won NASCAR multiple ways. Not only did my favorite driver win, but my fantasy driver also won, which I feel like never happens. So I had a great week in NASCAR, but IndyCar fantasy will start. I got my ass completely just handed to me last year. I only got like 5 points, right? Last year or something. It was bad. It was really bad.
You got full on spanked last year. Like, it was bad.
It was bad. I got to not do that bad this year. So hopefully I don't know. I don't know what to expect. But I guess we're gonna make NASCAR picks first. Oh, by the way, IndyCar it is back at St. Pete, and luckily, the race starts at 12 Eastern time, 12:30 Eastern time. So there will not be a conflict. We can watch IndyCar and then watch NASCAR. Yay! The counter is currently at 0 for IndyCar and NASCAR conflicts. So
that's right.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Oh, let me pull up the picture.
NASCAR at Phoenix?
Yes, NASCAR at Phoenix.
NASCAR at Phoenix first? All right.
Sorry, let me pull up my picture. I forgot to do that.
I got my picture.
All right, I'm almost ready. I'm just... As soon as it will load. All right. I'm ready.
All right.
All right.
Ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we both pick Kyle Larson again! Again! Part 2!
I'm
shocked.
My God.
I'm so shocked. Wow. Okay. I kind of saw that coming, I guess. But
yeah, same.
That's why I picked him, because I'm like, well, I'm not letting him get him. All right, I got my second.
All right, me too.
Don't take too long. Come on.
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1. I'm going for... Damn it, we both picked Ryan Blaney! Oh, no! Oh, come on, girl.
Okay.
You're getting on my nerves.
Okay. I got a pick. I don't know if it's a good pick, though.
I don't know if this pick's good either. I have a hunch. About it. Oh, this is a great pick. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1. I'm going for Denny Hamlin, and Alex is going for Martin. Good old Martin. Sorry, you can't.
Martin is fed up.
Denny, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get Denny like in the camera, but it's hard because focus. Yeah. Because his suit's white.
Like, I've had enough.
This is Denny though. You can't tell it's Denny, right? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah.
It's awful haircut.
Dude, Martin was gonna be my next one. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. I like how you picked Martin. I am surprised you're putting faith in him.
I feel like I never pick Martin. You always pick Martin.
And he disappoints me every time I do.
Yeah, true.
Martin only wins when we don't pick him.
I don't know.
Or on a Monday.
True.
Is it raining this weekend?
I doubt it. It's Phoenix.
Hey, it's rained at Phoenix before. That's how Dale Jr. goes last one.
It has.
Dumb last one.
No, I don't know. I just felt like picking Martin. No
Martin
particular
and Denny
reason.
were really good on short tracks last year. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And Denny, he's been running good. He was up front at Vegas. You know, they put a race together. By the way, we did not talk about this at all. Kyle Busch, girl, four speeding penalties or 4 pit road penalties this year.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, we've had 3 races.
I thought about picking Kyle, but I was like, I cannot trust him right now.
I cannot pick him. Ever. Like, it's just not happening. IndyCar, this is the part that I hate. And I hated what we just did. Because I'm like, ooh, Kyle Larson. Ooh, Ryan Blaney. This is going to be great.
Didn't you have, like, no points until, like, June or something?
It was when Alex Palou won Detroit. When I picked him to win Detroit. That's what it took. I remember. Yeah, it was awful. You were beating my ass.
I was.
All right, I have my IndyCar pick. I think. Yeah, there we are.
Me too.
This is a weird pick. All right, 3, 2, 1. I'm going for Alex Palou, and Alex is picking Scott McLaughlin.
Going for Scotty.
Why does it never show up on my camera? There it is, Alex Palou. I mean, Alex Palou.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. You must be. Are you giving me a handicap? Are you letting me win this first race? You're so nice.
I'm being nice to you, Zach. It's okay.
Do you really think Scott McLaughlin has a better chance?
Yeah.
Why?
Well.
Are you actually being
Scott
nice?
McLaughlin,
no way you're being nice, please.
I'm being a good friend. I think McLaughlin has a really good shot. He won this race 2 years ago. I think he's going to be a strong contender, 100%. Is Palou the favorite? Absolutely. But we've also seen Palou really struggle the year, not struggle, that's a strong word, but not perform to the same level the year after his championship.
Yes, but I think that was more of a isolated
hesitant
thing. That was more of a contract or a silly season thing with his stupid drama. his inability to read
Yeah.
a contract.
Yeah.
But he finished third at St. Pete last year. Or no, that was Scott Dixon. I don't know where where did Pillow? I don't remember. I don't care. I picked him.
Yeah, you get.
I got Alex Pillow. I got him. I actually got him. He's gonna win. Yay! Please.
You get the pit. You get the pity Pillow pick. It's okay, and you can give him all your bad luck so Joseph can win the championship this year.
God.
It's all according to plan.
Dude, can we talk about NASCAR fantasy where it's like Bell has his issue, and I'm just like, this is typical fantasy. Alex's driver has an issue. And then
that exact scenario almost played out.
And then it's like, it puts me into this false sense of security. And then the largest trash bag I've ever seen on a racetrack hits William Byron's car. And I'm like, of course. And he has to pit under green.
Of course.
Oh my God. But then Bell, what happened to Bell? Didn't he he had more trouble? Didn't he spin?
Spun on his own.
He was
weird.
not having a Christopher Bell sleigh day.
No.
That's why That's why people got mad when I said he's not an A-tier driver. Bro, he's not an A-tier driver.
Yeah.
Like, A-tier drivers don't just do that. I'm sorry. Like, what? They don't spin out running like 15th. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Oh my God. I'm hating. I'm such a hater. I've been spending too much time with these Kyle Larson haters on Twitter. I'm such a hater. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Fun episode.
It was a fun episode. And if you guys enjoyed it, leave us a good review. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple and we will read it. We haven't had one in a while. I might have to get the crying towel. You guys don't like the podcast.
Oh no.
You guys don't like the podcast. You think we're annoying. I was meat writing Kyle Larson too much on Twitter.
Oh no.
Oh my God. But yeah, leave a 5-star review, please, so I don't cry, and bring the crying towel back next week. We of course have started a YouTube channel and TikTok this year. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok. We're trying to grow on both those platforms.
Yeah. Thank you for the support on TikTok. We gained like 40 followers in a week. So thank you very much for all that.
Good growth. Keep it up. Let's keep it up, guys. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Tell the haters. Tell the haters.
Tell the haters.
Tell the haters. We welcome the haters too. I'm talking to the haters. Support us on Patreon if you love what we're doing. Again, the IndyCar bonus video is coming up this week, where Alex is going to rank the IndyCar drivers for the 2024 season. Predictions. Just their general rating. I'm very excited because I'm going to be there for that video too. But Alex is going to be driving, and I'm just going to be like, kind of like Mike Davis on the Dale Jr. download, when he's just there sitting like, wow, Dale. So what was that like? Wow. Like, I'm so excited. I'm actually going to shut up and let Alex talk.
Oh.
So
we'll see.
If you're an Alex fan.
Alex Newgaden fans are eating this week.
They are
It's
eating
IndyCar
this week. They are eating this week. So subscribe to Patreon so that you see it first. And then follow me on Twitter. Or don't.
You might have to block Zack on Twitter. He's doing like
if you need to block me on Twitter
over there right now
because you hate Kyle Larson, you can block me at Dreamy Zack Racing. Make sure you don't put a G at the end of racing, and then follow Alex at Newgaden, and that's where you can find us. But yeah, great episode today. Congrats, Kyle Larson.
I'm happy for you, Zack.
I was hooting and hollering at the end of
what?
yesterday.
It's a good day to be Zack because Larson won. You won fantasy, and you got Alex Pillow for fantasy in IndyCar. Okay,
I am having a really good, and I got a haircut. I'm having a really good day. I have a work from home day tomorrow, and I never have those.
That's right.
It's my first work from home day ever, and I'm so excited. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. Oh my God. This weekend's going to suck.
Chart going up emoji.
This weekend's going to suck. Emoji. Oh my God. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. We will see you guys next time to talk about the IndyCar season opener at St. Pete and the NASCAR race at Phoenix and any more tea that drops from now till then. We will see you guys next time. Stay safe. Thanks for the support, and bye-bye.
Bye.